Hi, this is Dr. Deon Klein, and I'm going to just take about 5 minutes and talk about traineeships or also apprenticeships and how it's a way to help grow your business. So what are traineeships or apprenticeships? You'll hear those two words interchangeably. Basically, it's an opportunity for new or existing employees to gain a nationally accredited qualification as part of their employment. These employees must pass an eligibility criteria, which we can talk about later, but not in this presentation. It's a strategic partnership, if you want, in the sense that you have the employer, which is yourself, and you take on an employee, which would then become a trainee upon eligibility. The RTO, in this case the WISE Academy, we would deliver the training, and then the Australian Apprenticeship Centre, or the ACT, they would manage all the paperwork so that you could get access to the funding at the Commonwealth level as well as the state level, which the state level funding would go to the RTO to supplement the training, which I'll talk about in a minute. So what is your commitment and what are the benefits? Your commitment, you need to have them employed no less than part-time. That part-time is basically 15 hours a week with 3 of those hours dedicated to training. If you take on the trainee full-time, it's 33.5 hours with 3 of those hours going to traineeship, basically to training. Most employers will take on the trainee as part-time. That way it gives them time to see how that employee is working for them. After the traineeship is up, then they usually take on the trainee who is now an employee into full-time employment, which is really what the government would like to see as part of these traineeship programs. What are the benefits to you as an employer? Well, firstly, it builds skills within your team, within your organization, therefore helping to grow your productivity. It also lifts staff morale and satisfaction. And lastly, you as the employer can choose training that's customized to your specific needs. So for example, the WISE Academy, we have 2 trainees in New South Wales studying small business management. It's with a hotel, and all the assessments and the training that we deliver is really geared to what that employer wants, not just an off-the-shelf type of curriculum that we just say there's the assessments and take it or leave it. We actually modify the assessments to really suit what they want to achieve, and then that way they can integrate that into their own organization. So for example, if they're doing a marketing plan, that marketing plan will be geared totally around that organization that the trainee is actually putting together. So let's look at the financial implications. This is just, we'll take the example of the business sales qualification, certificate 4. You can see there's a mandatory administration fee. This varies from state to state, but normally it's around $300. That's payable to the registered training organization, either by the trainee or by the organization, by the employer. 90 days from commencement, upon eligibility of the trainee, the employer will receive $1,500. And then after the trainee completes the training, the traineeship, then the government will give $2,500 to the employer as well. So it's really important to make sure that the trainee basically completes the traineeship. The RTO gets contribution from in this case, the Queensland government for the Cert Form business sales at $750. That comes directly to the RTO. And what we do is we take that amount of funding off what would be the full fee face-to-face tuition, which currently is $24.99. We take that off. The gap tuition that the employer would pay to WISE is $17.49, and that can be paid over a number of payment plans. And then the employer surplus from the funding would be $22.51. So we take the $4,000 that you get from Commonwealth government and subtract the $24.99 from that, and then you'll have an employer surplus of $22.51, which then that helps to subsidize the money invested into the training within the organization. So that pretty much gives you a very brief summary of traineeships. I'll be going over it in more detail and how you can actually utilize it to your advantage in your organization. So please sign up for the seminar that's going to be on Tuesday, February 7th up here in the Gold Coast. Go to www.wise.edu.au. I look forward to seeing you there. Thanks for listening.